Hey, Viking fans, do this, and the Vikings are a deep playoff team in 3, 2, 1. Gather around, Skull brothers and sisters. This is Skull World, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dave. You can follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook at Skull World. Now, make sure you do me a solid and help me Hulk smash the YouTube algorithm by hitting the and even better, ring that bell. All right, let's go. Let's talk about some things. Well, let me review the game, and then let me talk at the end. I'm going to fix the team, and then we're going to go deep into the playoffs. Guaranteed. That's my take. All right, let's go. Let's start with the special teams. A couple disappointments. Played solid most of the game. Couple things. Najee Thompson was the gunner that was going to destroy people. It actually was Jalen Nailor. Jalen Nailor made a play, knocked a guy on his butt. There was a decent punt return by Tampa. Najee Thompson blew back by the guy. Wasn't able to pressure in, get that guy, get to the returner. Again, first game, he's gonna do good. I do believe he's gonna do good, but it was unsuspectingly Jalen Nailor that was the guy that blew up a play. So that's awesome. That kind of play may cause a fumble with us in the ball. That's what I'm talking about. The other one, Ward, number 20, got called for offsides. I rewatched the game. I looked at that and I'm like, I just want to see it. Metellus was farther ahead of Jay Ward, and Metellus is a team captain. Okay. I'm not blaming, Jay Ward might have been offsides too, but Metellus was farther. His hands were out. His hands were set well ahead of every player on that line. And Jay Ward was on the outside of him, probably thinking he's on sides because his captain was on sides. So I'm not giving Jay Ward all the blame on that. He could have been offsides too, but Josh Metellus was offsides. If someone was offsides, it was definitely Josh Metellus. So that special teams clean it up. That potentially cost us the game. We're winning by 1 rather than losing by 3. That's potentially what happened. Could have went different direction too. But there's so many plays in the game. We take that play out, we win the game. So we take all the bad, half of the bad plays out, we win by 2 scores. The Vikings were a better team. They lost the turnover battle by 3. Boom. That you lose games even to mediocre teams like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, defensive wise, we all should be excited that this defense is better what the media has been portraying what we would be like. This is about what I had hoped for. Now, we gave up a big play, touchdown. Evans was in coverage by Metellus, deep ball. We're going to get that mismatch every once in a while. Metellus played a great game otherwise. He was all over the field. One play, he's just got a mismatch with Evans. Evans over the top, touchdown. So, but we expected that would happen with an aggressive defense, that they would have a big play or two. We actually limited those big plays in this game, which is a great sign. Amazing sign that we should be excited about having this defense with the potential of this offense. The only downside is now we only got 7 home games left. And a couple of those are against like Super Bowl contenders. But anyways, I digress. Asamoah only played 2 snaps. He was in the game plan. He was supposed to play more. Why wasn't he in the game? Pace played more than him. Pace played well. There was only one spot where he let up on a play. Baker Mayfield got to the ball or got to the first down marker. It looked like Pace had the angle, could have Could have got him potentially. Who knows? But he was able to get the first down. So there's a couple things on defense. Oh, and we had 2 sacks dead to right, and we let the guy get the ball off. One went for a first, close enough to a first down. It was like a 2nd and 9. We had him dead to right. We're hanging on. Oh, Metellus was hanging on his ankle, but he missed the sack. I'm now thinking of Metellus. Metellus looked like he had a great game, but he looked offsides on that play. He went to Ward. He led Evans behind him, and then he missed a sack that led to Mayfield pitching it to his running back and him going for like 9 yards. Get the sack. And Whitley, first play of his career, misses a sack on Mayfield. It didn't go for any yards. He throws the ball away. But, and they didn't, I don't think that wasn't one of their scoring drives. So it didn't cost us. But then we could have had some more. I don't know. But those are the 2 that are standing out. So clean that. If everything else happens and we get those 2 sacks, we win the game. Because one of those sacks was on a scoring drive. Could have been on a scoring drive. So, and that was on the toss to his running back for 9 yards. Okay, so clean that up. Our defense would look even better. Make those sacks. Defense would look even better. Just saying. Otherwise, man, don't think I'm cracking on anybody. I love Metellus. I'm the Metellus fan. Go back to some of my first videos. Metellus, and I like the way he played today. But make the sack. Don't be offsides. I'm going to forgive you on the Evans touchdown because it's just a mismatch. But those plays are going to happen. But why isn't Asamoah playing? And O'Connell did not have an answer after the game. So, and he says he should be in there. We're having mix them in there with the 3 linebackers. We like that group. We want to rotate them. Asamoah nowhere to be seen. Let's see what Asamoah has. If he's a better player, then let's keep him out there. If he's not, then keep Pace out there. Keep Jordan Hicks out there. I'm for it. Whatever. Best player needs to be on the field. Now let's talk about best players that need to be on the field, and that is the offense. Jordan Addison should be our wide receiver 2. I like KJ Osborne, but you are not a number 2 receiver on this team. You are the number 3, and I'm really liking Jalen Naylor to get a chance too, but KJ Osborne is not our number 2 receiver. Jordan Addison should be on the field more. He should be in there on 2 receiver sets. KJ Osborne shouldn't be in there unless we have 3 receivers in there. That is my viewpoint. I'll go to the grave with that. Put the best player on the field. The best player showed himself on Sunday. Put KJ Osborne as the 3 receiver. We're good. Ed Ingram should be replaced right now if we don't bring anybody in by Blake Brandel immediately. Kevin O'Connell, I questioned his play calling last year. Conservative. His run game was a little rough. And then the other thing I complained about Kevin O'Connell last year is he didn't fire Ed Donatel. He didn't make the tough decision. Coming to this week, we didn't run very well. I give Alexander Madison a lot of credit because he fought hard. So I'm not putting that on Alexander Madison. I'm putting that on our blocking scheme. We blocked atrociously. Maybe it's just Tampa Bay's defensive line was that much better. But on a goal line play, we got Ed Ingram pulling, and Vita Vea comes unblocked and blows up the play. All right? What the hell? We score thanks to Madison, but Vita Vea blows up the play. Okay? Now, so let me keep going with that. So Alexander Madison, yeah, I think we're fine there. I honestly think we're fine there. That offensive line didn't block for crap, and it had a lot to do with how we were blocking it. We let guys unblocked, too close to the ball carrier. The Vita Vea blows up that play. Thank goodness we get a touchdown that Madison fought like hell to get that touchdown. If it wasn't for him, that ball doesn't go in. Kirk has 1 touchdown pass, not 2. But before that, two things on Kirk Cousins missed 2 open had the opportunity to make bigger plays and didn't make them. They just happen to be on touchdown scoring drives. Okay. One of the things is he got a first down on one of the plays, but he had a guy streaking up the middle. Could have been for a longer play. He went possibly with the first read. That there's some creativity there that could exist that he could see that player and go to him instead because he's wide ass open. But touchdown scoring drive, no problem. The Madison touchdown drive, that there was a play before that he threw it to Madison over the top, trying to drop it in the bucket, didn't get it to him. I think it was KJ Osborne coming across the middle, late, wide ass open. That could have been a touchdown earlier and then Madison did not have to make that extraordinary play to get in the end zone. 2 throws right there. There was another throw, KJ Osborne. This is a reoccurring theme. I don't think there was KJ Osborne in the end zone earlier on the field goal, touched his hands, outstretched. No, and we wanted the interference penalty. We kick a field goal instead. That play. Then we got KJ Osborne, end of the game. I think the second to last drive, first down, could have been, hits his hands, but way high. He's not catching that. But just that, I don't know. There's no chemistry there. I'm not knowing why. And then, so there's just some bad plays. Now let me get to the turnovers. Ed Ingram knocked that ball out of his hands. No one really knew it, probably until he saw the film, because they asked Kirk Cousins. He says, I felt like it got knocked out of my hands. You got the center, Schlottman, apologizing on the sidelines. You got Kevin O'Connell calling it a center quarterback exchange. No one knew that until after the game. I didn't know it because I was at the game, but Ed Ingram knocked that ball out of his hands. All right. Just there's a looming cloud over Ed Ingram and is stepping on Kirk Cousins' toes or punching out the ball in a center exchange. He's got to change. Let him go figure it out on the bench. And if we have an injury, then you bring him back in and he's better for it. Honest to God. Fix it that way, guys. Fix it that way. He's not ready. Blake Brandel is. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Now, second turnover. We have this situation. We got a end. We got a tackle. We got a tackle, and we got an end. We have a 4-man front. This end drops back into a zone coverage. Leaves I don't know who was in at the time. I think it was still Darisaw. He doesn't block anybody. Cleveland blocks his guy mano a mano. Fine. Schlottman in the game does not have anybody to block until the tackle comes across Ingram, stunts, and then is engaged by Schlottman. Ingram follows him the entire way. The linebacker blitzes. CJ Ham does the right thing and picks up the blitz. Winfield comes in and we block the end with our right tackle, Brian Ingram. Everybody did their job. Cleveland, Brian O'Neill, Schlottman, Ingram goes with the stunt. What should have happened there is that we had overload on the right side. We need to slide the protection. Center takes that tackle that's stunning. Ingram picks up the blitzing linebacker, and then you got CJ Ham blocking Winfield. Longer play. I don't know what needs to be done to fix that, but also Kirk Cousins needs to see Winfield's a potential threat and get rid of that ball or eat it. Okay. He had, I think it was Addison on a short curl in. He was going to short curl into him on the left side. Get rid of that ball right away. He was open. It was a short throw. He was looking for more. He's not the main guy on that read. There would have been a longer play developing if we could just block it, and that would have been a big play. But we got to recognize that if it's Kirk, if it's the line, if it's both need to happen. I put that one on the line and on Kirk equally. Should not have happened. Take that play away, we win the game. Take the offsides on field goal, win the game. Get one of those sack, or get that sack by what would have been by Metellus. We could win the game. Oh, one play, some place in this game we win, or interception. Let's talk about that one. Looks like I pull up the screen, I blow it up. He's following TJ Hawkinson across the field. He pumps. He's not open. He then throws it to KJ Osborne. He says in his press conference, because he didn't want to lead him into the safety to get the big hit, he threw it to stop him. KJ Osborne caught that ball. The defender reaches around him with one hand and grabs the ball. If KJ Osborne does not let him strip that ball from him and sits down for a touchdown, we're talking about great catch by KJ Osborne and how big of balls Kirk Cousins has. All right. We had 350 yards throwing, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. That was a strip ball. But because he doesn't have 2 feet down making a football move, it's an interception. So the sack fumble, half on Kirk, half on the line. He missed a couple throws. He missed a third round throw to KJ Osborne. But those are plays that happen in the course of a game. Overall, this offense is going to kill it this year, but you have to do 3 things. Ed Ingram needs to be replaced. Cleveland had a decent game. Even Schlottman had a decent game, but honestly, Ingram, terrible. Was absolutely terrible. Make Addison your wide receiver 2, and for God's sake, I'm the 300 section, and I'm saying on that last drive, I said, please God, do not throw the tight end screen. Do not do it. I yelled it out loud 3 times. First play of the last drive, tight end screen. Kevin O'Connell, two plays in a row. You started out 2nd and 13 and 2nd and 14 in the last 2 drives of the game, down 1 score. Do not do that anymore. Positive yards on game-winning drives. Nothing more, nothing less. You did that the second to last drive of the Giants game last year. You continued to do it twice, throwing behind the line of scrimmage twice on game-winning potential drives. Come on, man. Fix those things. We got Philly this week. I want a revenge game. I don't care. No excuses. Let's go get it. I'm ready. Make sure you Hulk smash that like button. I'm out of here. Let's go. Cue the music.